Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of June 21st through the 27th. And during that time, we do have the solstice, so happy solstice, and I hope you find a way to celebrate that. We then have the first quarter moon that comes in on the 23rd, and that can be, it's almost like a full moon. You get a little, either just a day or even just a couple of hours where you might feel impulsive, impatient, or, your mind's a little bit active. It's frustrating because it's hard to get anything done. So, that's either a gift for you to learn how to control and dominate those impulses, or just to realize that that's coming and take it easy a little bit that day. We then have the waxing gibbous energy for the rest of the week. And of course, that's a time for a deeper understanding. It's a little calmer, a good time for us to act on our intuition and introspections. And we're also still working on those things that we started during the new moon, but showing that we can be flexible and make adjustments. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Gemini. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is that confidence is your key to success. All right, let's see what the Gemini Collective has going on for the week. As I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder for you, Gemini, is that you keep a spiritual journal. So, oftentimes we just forget the things that we're learning in our spiritual life, and it's just good to be able to journal those things. This could be, things that you're learning, experiences that you're having, maybe people you're meeting, synchronicities that you're having, different things that you're encountering. So just jotting those things down can be a really nice tool later as you're looking back on, where have I been, and what have I been learning, and what have I applied, and what's working, what's not working. So just keep that in mind as an idea for you to keep a dream or keep a spiritual journal on dreams. That's something else you should probably be journaling. So any dreams that you're having, write those down. So anyway, let's get on with this reading. June 21st through the 27th. Confidence is your key to success. And your overall present energy right now, Gemini, is the Hierophant card. So definitely seeking some guidance somewhere. And maybe you do need to be confident while you're doing that. And being confident sometimes is being able to say, yeah, I'm confident, but I don't know everything. And so there's other people out there that are older, wiser, that know things. They don't have to be older, but you know what I mean. But it's seeking guidance, and typically in the spiritual realm. So whatever guidance and whatever things you're learning, make sure you're jotting those down in that journal that I'm telling you about. But the Hierophant card is about that seeking guidance. Your current situation is the Chariot card. So maybe you're about to make some sort of move, or you're gathering info, which is really what the Chariot card is about. You're gathering information because you want to make a move. So maybe you've just had some sort of realizations or experiences about your spiritual life, and you're deciding to make a move, and that's why you're gathering this information from the Hierophant. You're out there seeking some sort of guidance so that maybe you can make changes, and they could just be internal changes, maybe just in your way of thinking or how you're living your life. But you're gathering that sort of information so that you can make those moves eventually. I don't see that you're making those. Usually the Chariot card is about gathering information so that you can make a move in the future. So maybe not this week, but you're out there kind of putting your feelers out. It could be why you're at a tarot reading right now. What is at the root of this situation is the Moon card. So maybe you've had some sort of dream, some sort of synchronicity, some sort of feeling and intuition that you do need to make some changes on some things. And that's what's guiding it. This could be also the Moon card is about things that do come to us in the night, things that are just big mysteries. So sometimes it's deeper than a dream. It can be about an experience that you just can't explain, but you've experienced it, and it does change your course. I mean, we've all had this happen, or I have for sure, where you have some sort of spiritual experience, and all of a sudden you're off and running on a new path. So, what did something like that happen for you? And it's making you seek information and making you want to maybe make some kind of changes. In your recent past, here is the Strength card. So you're coming into this with the inner strength, and sometimes that's just the universe saying, hey, you're strong enough to handle this. I'm going to let you handle it. I'm going to show you something. So that's pretty exciting. And if that is the case for you and you want to comment about it, of course, drop a comment, let me know. I love to hear about those sorts of things. And actually, the Aries Collective is kind of going through the same sort of thing right now. So that's very interesting. What is on your mind this week is the Judgment card. So this could be some judgment that you are making or feeling, right? It could be judgment is about, us seeing things, and it's about having a change of perspective, right? So a judgment is a new awareness because new information that has come in. So there may be something that you're having some sort of judgment about, and you may be feeling judged about, again, because maybe you've had this experience, and maybe it's not an experience that everybody has. That's definitely a place where I've been too. I tell people about certain experiences, and they look at you like you have three heads. It's like, what, that really, really that happens? So yeah, that happened. So, and you might be even judging this thing that happened too. Like, just kind of, sometimes we do things and we're just questioning our own, like, wow, did that really, questioning ourselves. So there is some sort of judgment on your mind, and it's just something that you're going to have to manage. What is just ahead of you this week is the Six of Pentacles. So this card is about giving and receiving. And of course, it's showing us, in the monetary sense, but it could also just be in the human sense, giving of yourself, giving of your time, of your energy, or receiving that from others. Just make sure that you're doing either of those with grace, but that is ahead of you here in your week. What is in your advice position, Gemini, is the Queen of Pentacles. So while all of this is going on, you still are on top of things just in your material world. This is kind of being on top of your finances and on top of your job and just kind of understanding those things. And this other stuff that's going on is kind of an aside. You kind of have to kind of keep the ball rolling on things while you're learning and while you're going through other things as well, right? It's not all about work. It's about other things that are happening in your life. What is beyond your control this week is, of course, a new perspective with the Hanged Man. I'm not shocked to see that card because of this. Yeah, you're seeking guidance because there's something, again, I feel like that you've maybe experienced that you're like, what? It is causing you to have some judgments, seek out new information, and start to decide what kind of changes you're going to make because of this experience for you. What is, Okay, sorry, I got distracted looking here. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Is the Page of Pentacles. So, this would be a new path in the material sense. So maybe you're just trying to avoid that right now, or it's your secret desire to do something, to maybe mark whatever this is with some sort of material thing or financial thing. I know for me, like if I learn a new spiritual thing, I might actually go purchase a bracelet or something that is there to, I wear it as a reminder that I'm learning to be this new way or to have this new awareness about something. And then as I learn those things, then I'll take the bracelet. I won't wear it constantly, but I'll take it off, and it's there. It's still there to remind me, and I still wear it occasionally, right? But that's a material, just a little bauble that reminds me of something that I'm learning. And jewelry has always been a way for me to do that because I love jewelry, and it's just a way to be right in your face for me, that I can remember a thing because of it. So that could be, and that might be something for you if it's something that maybe you just put in your car, that's reminding you, or something that you just see every day. That's a reminder of this thing that you're learning or this experience that you had, just to kind of keep it in the forefront of your mind a little bit more, so that you're remembering, oh, I had this experience and I've decided to be this certain way. I'm changing this about myself. And it's just a reminder as you're, what do they say? It takes 30 days or something like that to change a habit. So as you're learning and changing, that could be something that you might want to do there. What is in your outcome position, Gemini, is the Seven of Wands. So you're feeling like you against the world, and it could be because not everyone is going to understand this situation. So, reach out here and talk to people around you that might understand it, or excuse me, or be a little bit more understanding of it, so that you're not feeling like, oh, I'm the only one that's ever experienced this thing. Because I guarantee you, anything we've experienced, if you look around, there's other people and really just right around you that have also experienced that thing as well. So common ground is usually not that hard to find. All right, what is hidden from you here at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. So this is kind of our sense of humor and our being open emotionally, and that's hidden from you this week. So whatever this is, it's a little bit more intense, and maybe you're forgetting to have that sense of humor, or just take a breather, not be so intense about it, and maybe laugh and smile about it a little bit. All right, let's get to a final message here, Gemini, from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Gemini. Also, remember that confidence is your key to success. So just continue to be confident through whatever this is. Don't let it shake that part of you down, right? Yeah, very interesting. Whatever you're going through here, which again, I feel I would love to know what it is. These are my favorite kind of happenings when these great mysteries come upon us, and they're so different for everybody. And I love discussing them. So, if you're afraid to find someone to reach out and discuss it with, there's people out there. Just you'll find someone, I promise. All right, final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Grieve your losses. And this could just be letting go of an old way of being. When we change, when we have new experiences, we do have to kind of grieve who we were, because things like this do change us, typically for the better, but you do kind of have to let go of that old way of being. All right, what do you need to do in the way of self-care? Self-care for Gemini for this week. And the card is called Friend. Be as good a friend to yourself as you are to others. So, let's relax on the judgment. Let's relax on this feeling like it's you against the world, and be a good friend to you. Give yourself a little space, a little bit of grace to understand whatever this is. Maybe that judgment is just judgment of yourself. Like, I can't believe I went through this, and I'm believing it, right? So again, seek out other people around you. This give and take card can be just about conversation and that sort of thing. Um, and find those people that you're comfortable with to bridge these kind of subjects. Whatever this mysterious thing that happened to you, I guarantee you somebody else is out there and they've either had that happen or something very similar to it. So, Gemini, good luck with all this. I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in your life in a positive way this week. If you are comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below and let me know what was this mysterious thing that happened, and what changes are you trying to make. What information are you seeking right now about it? Or if you have questions about this reading, I'd be happy to answer those as well. Also, if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe is really kind of you. I appreciate that of you so, so much. So thank you so much for being here, Gemini. Good luck, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.